Hey Pam, so I did go in there. I'm uploading the video now. It's not a very long one, but long story short, these haters that the video should be done great, but it's where I said I was going to go. But what these haters do, these ones that are always messing with me and trying to get my channel canceled and stuff, they'll actually call 911 or a police dispatch. If they can figure out where I'm at, they'll call up and say something like they hear screams coming out of a building, and then sure as shit the cops show up, and 20 minutes later they realize that it's just a guy in a building, but it's, by the way, what are you doing here? And the more I thought about it, sure as shit, when I set up to go back there, there was an unmarked cop car parked in the alley, and there's nothing back there. I still went up there. I went in the other side, but it kind of curtailed what my plans were. And if they'd have got another phone call, hey, you dumbasses, that guy's in there right now, it could be a lot of trouble for me. So I will get another video of it and upload it, but I didn't want to do a live with that kind of confirmation. No, I went by Becky's twice. She's not back yet. Really kind of slow tonight. I don't care though. I don't really feel like interviewing anybody. I am going to cut down Werner. Maybe I'll get something. Because they're crazy. They are super hateful, man. They actually think that I cause these problems. They've called these tip lines before, telling them I'm murdering these girls down here. No kidding. Yeah, they've done it all sorts of places. So I know it happens, and I mean, I'm not saying that I couldn't get nailed, but I'm not going to make it easy. But the video should be up in a couple minutes. I think it's a 2 or 3 minute video. A hell of a view. Fantastic. And it's, once you're there and you're up on top, believe it or not, it's easy to see somebody. But I always, have a plan B. So I saw him sitting there when I went up there, and went up there anyway, but I went in on the other side. And it was still fun. I would have stayed longer. But I'll get another better video. Yeah, it's probably it, Pam. Yeah, probably it. And the truth of the matter is, it's a misdemeanor to be caught in an abandoned building. Now, I think a lot of times they'll tell you to get the hell out of there. I noticed that they upped the security precautions there quite a bit. It wasn't like the old days. So I'll get one. No problem. These check engine lights are always on. They've been on for about 150,000 miles. They're sensors, actually. It doesn't matter. There's none of the stuff is wrong. The ABS system works right. There's nothing wrong with the brakes. I don't care. Oh, big time. Well, I mean, in an abandoned building, I'm really not helping anybody. And back in the day when I got most of my photography and videography done in abandoned buildings, Detroit was at the depths of despair. It was a broke city. They'd taken away some of the benefits and some of the money for the cops. So you could have called the cops back in the good days, and they would have seen you in an abandoned building, spray painting your name, and they wouldn't have done a damn thing. But those days are over. Detroit's kind of on an uptick. Most of the places, the good buildings, have been demolished, or they've welded the doors shut so you can't get between floors. Look at that cat, just went right under that pickup truck. So, I don't need to fight this. I don't need a misdemeanor if I can avoid it. As I said before, a misdemeanor isn't a big charge, but it can cause you a lot of problems. It can affect your credit rating. It can keep you from going into foreign countries, namely Windsor, which is right across the river. And it's just a pain in the ass. If you apply for a job or a volunteer position, they ask you if you've ever been convicted of a crime. Checking yes causes a lot more problems than checking no. And even though I don't plan on doing any of those things, it's nice to check no. Did you see that cat? He barely made it. Good for him. So honestly, this is kind of like my dream night in Detroit. This is a perfect night, probably about 75. I'm going to do some photography. I normally don't. I normally have Daisy, and even though it's a lot cooler, she's at the hotel, I don't have this freedom to just get out and walk around like I just did a little while ago. And it's nice. Beautiful weather. And I really get to check out places that I don't want to spend that kind of time with Daisy in the van often, I tell you that, I don't really like people riding around with me or anything, but I am going to pay somebody someday just to drive me around. It would be like a luxury for me to just be able to video and photograph, because there are so many places where you just can't pull over, you can't stop, they're crowded, people are going to confront you. If someone was just driving, I would have it so made, just snapping away pictures for a whole day. I could probably take like a year's worth of photos in an 8-hour day. Hey Pam, how you doing? Where you been? Oh, Murray, you got too good of a life living up there and where you live, and you got a good job. And I'm not saying there's heavy risk here, but there is some risk. You know what I mean? Maybe up where you live, you could drive me around, but even though it's beautiful. Let me give you an example. Like I've been everywhere in Alaska, all over, all through the Aleutian Islands, up to Barrow, all along the coast. I've taken 2 cruises. I lived in the wild for almost 3 months. And you would think up in Alaska that I would just be my dream world of photography. It's really not. I mean, I'll take a picture of an animal or a bird or something if it's convenient, but I'm not sitting out 3 days someplace waiting for a couple seagulls to screw. It's not happening. And even though Alaska is pretty, once you get in interior Alaska and you get away from the coast, it's no different than anywhere else. Even Denali and the park and all that stuff, I think Glacier National Park is way prettier. So Alaska isn't the treasure trove of photographic opportunities for a guy like me you think it would be. I don't really like doing that kind of stuff. I pretty much like what I upload, Yeah, Glacier National Park is beautiful. I spent a ton of time on it. I like Deadwood, South Dakota. I stayed out there for a month at a crack. I would kind of like to go down to Tunica, Mississippi. They're really having hard times. I was there in the good old days when they were really booming. Things were happening. Really, I think this COVID thing could finish Tunica off. That was such a fun place to be for a while. I spent a whole month down there one time. I checked the temperatures, I'm thinking about going up to Thunder Bay, Ontario. Check that out. I've been always kind of wanting to go there. That's the highest crime in all of Canada. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I've been to every national park, all of them. I've photographed most of them in the winter where I had access to. I mean, I like Yellowstone. It's cool, but it's not beautiful like Glacier and Crater Lake. And I don't like that deserty dry stuff like Arches and Yosemite. It's all right, but it's not my kind of stuff, you know. Uh, I saw Casey and that's about it actually. I kind of got down here kind of late. Uh, Tomorrow will be a good day. I'm going to spend tomorrow night too. And you know, I'll hit the road early. My day got messed up with that court bullshit today. And I just, you know, took Daisy out to the park at a weird time and then didn't eat and went and got an order of ribs for the clerk at the hotel and just got a late start. So it's really kind of a shitty day. Hey, Mark. Yeah, Crater Lake's there in the winter. There's no crowds. Now, there used to be a really lot of weird stuff going on back here. Stolen cars, cars caught on fire, all sorts of stuff dumped. I always thought I'd run into a body back here, but I never did. But now that the bridges are open and there's more people around here, it's not as bad as it used to be. This is the Rouge Bridge I'm under, by the way. I ordered a new phone. This phone is really... This display is like the light sensitivity is worse. The display is a little darker. I'll have a new phone when I get home. Hey, Cindy. I don't know if that video is uploaded all the way yet or it'd be. It wasn't that long of a video. But today, you know how you just start out a day and it's like half-assed? And it was hot today. Yeah, well, you know, that camera, actually I don't like that camera, and I've been shooting in 4K, which is a super pain in the ass. It takes 5 times longer to do everything. So my other camera, a Canon, they pissed me off on a repair. That's why I bought that Sony. I'll keep using it. It's okay. Yeah, it's 4K, but like I said, I should be able to shoot in a better 1080p. The problem is at 1080p with that camera, you can't shoot in 30p. The only other choice is 60p at the lower end resolution of 4K, which is a pain in the ass. I don't know. I'll get by with it, but I'd like to get another one. I will get another one soon. The Nikon that I use, that D850, and I've got all the good lenses. I mean, I think it just takes stunning pictures. I really do. The problem is, people will argue with you that if you don't have a 4K monitor, that it looks just the same as 1080p. I don't believe that. I think if you shoot 4K, even if you're looking at it at a 1080p monitor, it looks better in 4K than it does in 1080p. I think it does. Now, it's not large, but it's noticeable, and I think it is. But if everybody had a 4K monitor, you would see it would even look better to you. A lot of phones are 4K now. So that's why I'm doing that. I don't really want to shoot. It doesn't make sense to shoot an interview in 4K. but I'm doing it because I don't like the other setting for 1080p. Okay, yeah, that's why. And another reason that it looks good on your phone is because it's such a small screen. If you took that same image and you watched it on a big screen TV, you wouldn't think it was that great. So that's kind of the advantage of people in their smartphones, is that you're watching a 4K image on a very small screen, so there's no degradation of image quality. Yeah, automatics are cool. I mean, but you know, honest to God, these photos that I'm taking, everybody thinks are so fantastic. Every single shot that I've uploaded with my new camera has been on the automatic mode. I'm not kidding you. I haven't even messed with the manual mode. I mean, why would I? They come out perfect. So here's old Delray. It's my favorite, Zug Island. A lot of guys don't like fishing when it's hot. There should be somebody down here, but you never know. Yep, there's a car right there. But see, the light sensitivity on this camera sucks. So it's about ready to die. I'm lucky I got to use it today. Let's see if I can wipe this damn camera lens off again. Yeah, just dicking around here. There's a ton of people down there fishing. Now there were some new cars that were like totaled that were in this yard, and I see they're gone now. When things were really bad, there were people living in that house with new cars in the driveway. Yeah, I had that happen catching fish. A lot of the working girls lived back here when Ford Street was happening. Now there was a house here, they tore it down where Kelly was living. It was right over there. You know, I sat out there one day and for about 5 hours while I was going through some camera images. And I saw, I'm not shitting you, probably 3 women dressed nice, new cars. They look like executives. Come down and buy dope out of that house. So either they were copying for somebody or they were heroin addicts themselves. But you'd never guess it in a million years by appearance. I think I mentioned it before, but what'll happen is you got heroin addicts all over, and they can't take the chance of getting their car impounded and going to jail. So they get guys like Gerald and other people to go cop for them, give them $50. It's kind of an insurance policy not to get nailed. See, I thought, but it looks spooky, but it's really not. I know it seems that way, but it's not like you think. Oh, I thought you were gone already, Mari. Did you have a warm day up there today? I talked to my buddy. I guess you got some rain. I don't know if it got you up there, but I know it was raining in Traverse City. I see that big, expensive 2-floor restaurant's going out of business in Traverse City. They couldn't handle the shutdown. Now they're already screwed out of half the summer. And they probably thought, screw that 50% capacity. I was just at Zug Island, yep. That's my favorite. Zug Island is in a weird way beautiful. Yeah, we didn't get any rain down here. When I was up in that building, I noticed there were big thunderstorms to the west. I mean, thunderstorms are deceiving how high they are sometimes. I remember when I first got my pilot's license, I was in Ann Arbor. You could see this thunderstorm, bigger than hell, And I wanted to go out and buzz around, impress some girl, fly her around downtown Detroit. And I called flight service and I said, hey, I'm thinking about doing a local flight. And I noticed those thunderstorms are out to the west of Ann Arbor. Yeah, he said those are 64 miles away. And the tops were 56,000 feet. So it's deceiving sometimes, the distance. But those were some monsters. They were high, and they were west of Metro Airport. It could have been some of the stuff that Traverse City got today. I noticed the light sensitivity is really down on this camera. Are any of those old people that need a cell phone? It'd be good for 911 or something. I hate throwing it away, but I will. Hey King, how you doing? Yeah, I'd like it as a patron, but I sure as hell wouldn't like it as an owner. No way. I'll tell you, I got to order ribs today for myself and for the clerk at the hotel. What a pain in the ass. I left my cell phone charging in the hotel room because it's been giving me problems. I get up there and it says, please order outside. Luckily, a guy let me use his phone. And then it was forever wait. Only 4 people on me. Everything is just such a huge pain in the ass. So this is Marguerite's old haunt right along here. And I think what I'm going to do, honestly, is I'm going to take just a run up this way, and I'll probably head back to my hotel. I'm kind of tired. It was a crappy day. I think I struck a deal with my ticket with the prosecutor. I got a hold of him today. It'll be official tomorrow. Fuck you. Yeah, I mean, he's a pretty good guy, actually. I get to the court thing today. I've got a letter in my hand, 1 o'clock, 6:22, and the door's locked. It says you don't come in without permission. Luckily, there was a guard there. And he comes down and says, "What are you here for?" It's like, "I got a settlement conference." He said, "We're closed." I said, "Well, I got this letter here." He said, "They should have emailed you." I said, "They don't have my email address." They said they sent me a letter June 8th. Believe me, there was no letter in my box before I left. Such an ass-backward system. Who was outside of Poncho's? That was a good rib dinner I had. I'm not big into beef ribs that much, but I hadn't had boneyard in quite a while. Marcy, did that video upload yet that I shot a little while ago? It takes forever when you're not on a direct Wi-Fi connection. Even though it was only like 3 minutes long, I knew it was going to take forever to upload. I was going to wait till I got back, but I figured people would wonder what I was doing, so I just went ahead and hit upload. How's the dank? See you, Erica. Yeah, it's no big deal, but you get the gist of it all. Now here's a bunch of fire engines and police up here. This looks like they might have had a big-ass accident. That's where they were going earlier, probably. Got a green light. Go! Turn! Probably smoking marijuana. I'm in a grouchy mood today. There's a shit ton of stuff up here. Looks like a big accident. All the fire trucks leaving, it looks like. I gotta clean my nose from around. Yeah, look at all this. What's that, Mark? Does this video look dark to you guys? It looks dark to me. I think it's this processor's heading south. Yeah, I think this phone's about ready to completely die. So next time it'll be better. Sorry about that crappy phone. Yeah, it does not look this dark. Yeah, I'm the same way, Romina. Oh, it's very dark. Yeah, I think the lights are like fog. You know, when Daisy gets on the dash, she gets that dander. Look at this guy. There's a drunk driver. You know, there was a time in Detroit when they started having the state cops patrol the city that you would get double the time on your retirement. If you were here like 4 years, it would count as 8. I don't think that program's in place anymore. Yeah, well, this next time the phone will be better. There's the old Becky home. Hey, how you doing? You seen Becky? Have you seen Becky? What's that? The girl that lives there. Oh, you don't know? Oh, okay. Thanks. That's not true. He gives her things all the time. He's trying to stay uninvolved. I don't blame him. He's the guy that puts security cameras up for her. So whoever damaged that tent will be on video. This is where I'm going to take my dates when I start dating again. Come back here and go parking. Anybody interested? This looks like the first 48. Somebody damaged her tent. She's living with some guy for a few days. Well, I'm going to tell you guys this. I'm going to be getting on the expressway up here. And tomorrow will be a better day. So you're not going to... There's absolutely zero chance of anything exciting from now on out. There'll be no girls up here. It's going to be expressway. And then I'm going to be to my hotel room. So if it was me, I'd probably sign out. Plus, I got the windows open. I'm going to be getting on the expressway. I don't want to bullshit you. Mark, if you're out there still, you come into town. I'm going to take you to Telway, get you a bag of hamburgers. And then I'm going to take you to this Venus strip club up here. You're not going to know what depression is for about 8 hours. And we're going to get a no cover charge. And we're going to get a $20 beer bucket. And a $7 hamburger and fries. That place any good?
It's alright. It's alright.
It's alright?
Yeah.
Alright, thanks. Boobs and nachos, sounds good. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, you ever get a day where you're just like, ah, shit, man, I'd rather get an early start tomorrow. Yeah, Becky's staying at some guy's house for a few days, I guess. She's yeah, it is. It wasn't too bad today, though. That's it, Murray. Zoom's right. Yeah, thanks, Cindy. I don't do too much, you know. Other people send the stuff. Oh, big time. Yeah, I took Daisy to the park earlier today. I was with her actually a lot of the day. I appreciate it, but I don't think I do, you know. Do it, man. I think you need it. At your age, it's gonna just be nice to have a woman sitting on your lap, not bitching. No, I'm gonna get her one. Get her one. You know, another thing, a lot of these restaurants are not open, so it takes forever to go through McDonald's. I gave Davey 2 of my ribs out of my rib dinner. Right on, Mark. Damn right. Yeah, yeah, right, Mark. Hey, Virgil. Night, Cindy. Hi, King. You mean Jana? Jana? Yeah, she did. Got a ton of stuff. Oh, no, she didn't. No, she did not. No, she did not get anything. You know, crazy as it sounds, probably because she didn't show her face. I mean, maybe Stephanie sent her a little thing in that. Yeah, actually, she did. She got a little thing of these healing rocks I gotta give her. That was thoughtful. I think it's kind of cool, healing rocks. Jana really liked them. The reason that I didn't do a live on Casey and Jana is, first of all, it was a thank you video, and I want to account for everything. I tried stuff I sent on a live. Well, nobody feels like scrolling back through 2.5 hours of bullshit to see if it's true or not. Where if I do an independent video that's 5 minutes long and a thank you, it's like, well, hey, here it is, Jana's picture. You know what she looks like. So this finicky phone has caused me to change up my game a little bit. I saw Jan. I didn't see. I'll probably never see Dana again. I might, but I doubt it. I know a guy that knows her girlfriend, though, her roommate. Good night, Cindy. Yeah, I think I'll be all right till I back to my hotel room. But you know, it's low light. And the window is pretty dirty. But it's still not quite right. I think the processor is about ready to hit the road. It's been a great phone, though. Lana, you following me again? God damn it. I wonder why this Kentucky Fried Chicken isn't open longer. Hey Robin, how you doing? Well, I already got a couple beers in the refrigerator. I stocked up on them. Good ones too. Yeah, thanks for reminding me about that hamburger. I might have forgot it. There's a guy with no lights on. I'm not gonna go through that line. Atta girl, Mary. All right, he deserved them. No, he's got a diesel. That's fine. Yeah, girl, Cindy, a woman after my own heart. No, I uploaded a short video.